How's it going, everybody? It's Vinny from Vinny in the Lab. So recently I've been working on something new, and I had a couple of clips put together, and I might clip it through this video, but mainly a couple of things got messed up. My mic wasn't really working, but this is a new series I'm working on, and it's going to be called Road to Endgame, and I'm going to be playing in Scania, and it's a free-to-play series. So I'm not going to be spending any real money, no NX. Obviously, just going to be using in-game currency to try to maximize a character, basically. So this is, like I said, Scania, so it's not reboot. So it makes, not using NX much harder, obviously. Um, and one of the things that I decided to do right off the bat was to farm a bunch of junior boogie familiars. So the reason why I did this is because I can try to level up as quickly as possible, but with no resources in a server, it's pretty difficult to level quickly. So instead, what I decided to do was try to make the most out of my leveling journey and make money as I'm leveling up. That way, when I need money, like when I needed to buy potions, I was able to do so because I had sold a couple of junior boogie familiars. These familiars are super easy to farm, and I was selling them for 1.5 mil a piece. Recently, it's slowed down a bit. I haven't really sold any, and I was trying to sell them for 1.3 mil. And that's a risk you take. Once you find something that people may want, especially if it's easy to get, other people will try to do the same thing to make money. So it was good to make a little bit of meso just to have a basic starting fund. But other than that, it isn't really sustainable. So I mean, starting out, I made like 25 mil off the bat, so that was really good. That's a good startup fund for a new server. Make sure that I'm gonna have potions whenever I need them, and early game it could even be hard to travel around to get the 50k sometimes that you'll need to go from one place to another in this game. So it's really important to try to make money somehow, and farming familiars is something that I'm probably going to be doing a lot of before I'm making any actual money in this game. Um, like I said, I'm not rushing to level up or anything. I'm not using in-game. I'm not using Cash Shop 2x cards. It's all just in-game stuff. Luckily, I've been playing Reboot and Bera as well, so I haven't been spending all my time on Scania. So if I miss a couple of days, I come back and I get a bunch of 2x cards. So that's actually really been helpful um, so far. I'm not the best leveler in the world. That's one thing that I'll say right off the bat. I'm not very good at grinding. I'm a little bit better at making meso, or at least I have been in the past. I'm not really sure how I'll be in Scania. I need to learn the market, need to learn what people want. And I should probably talk a little bit about why I chose Scania. So there's a couple of reasons. This series is heavily inspired by Amyte Gaming. Um, if you don't know Amyte, he's great. I'll have a link to his channel down below. He's a complete free-to-play player. He streams and has a YouTube channel, and I'm one of his fans and a friend of his. And so recently I was in his public Discord and we were talking, and I decided to do this series. So shout out to Amyte for sure. So Scania, besides the fact that Amyte plays in the server and it's cool just to have people that you could play with, people to talk to, Scania is the most populated non-reboot server. So what that means is there's going to be a much larger availability to items because there's more people who have those items. And it's also going to be more people that I can try to sell items to. And in theory, it would mean a more regulated economy. Even though just going into the FM a couple of times, I've noticed some really big differences. Like CRA gear here seems to be like 100 mil a piece, whereas in Bera, they were like 30 mil a piece. So it might be hard for me to get those initial items and really get started. But it's going to be fun and it's going to be a journey, and I'm not going to try to rush anything. So I wanted to just give a quick introduction to the series before I really start working on it. And as you can see, I'm just grinding right now, trying to get to my third job advancement. Um, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for me because I was never a free-to-play player. When I played in Bera, I had no aversions to spending money on the game at all. Um, So at this point, I am going to try to be completely free to play, but it's a little difficult when I have stuff like Tyrant boots sitting in my Marvel machine that I could easily sell and make, 3 to 5 bill or whatever they're worth here in Scania. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure I'm just working on in-game currency and not using anything that I've accrued with actual money in the past. So I just wanted to set up this series, and I'm going to be working on it. So expect things coming up in the next week. Hopefully, I should have another episode up. But for now, that's all. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more, and comment what you'd like to see in this series. And if you could drop a like, that would be great. And I'll see you all next time.